Hi Year 6, this is your maths lesson for Thursday the 11th of February. We're just finishing off consolidating all of our learning about fractions, decimals and percentages. So we're comparing and ordering them still. So I've got a couple of activities here for you to have a look at. This first one here asks you to look at the fractions in the box and asks you to decide which ones are equal to 1/2, which ones are less than 1/2, and which ones are greater than 1/2. Oh, we've got a little selection here. So I don't want to do all of these for you, but the way that you might set it out, A1, well, I need to put all of my ones that are equal to 1/2 there. So I might write equal to 1/2. Then I need to put all of my fractions that are less than 1/2. So less than 1/2. Now that's greater than 1/2, isn't it? Because the crocodile would want to eat the biggest. So the crocodile wants to eat the 1/2. So actually, the less than needs to go there. So then I would need to put greater than 1/2 down there. Okay, so let's have a little look. Where could some of these fractions go? Oh, 15 out of 30. Well, hopefully you can see that that would definitely be equal to 1/2, so that would go over here because 15 is half of 30. Any others that are equal to 1/2? Ooh, 4/8. Let's put 4/8 up there as well. Is there any that I can see that are clearly less than 1/2? Ooh, well, 2/5 must be. 2/5 must be less than 1/2. So I can pop that in here. So have a little look at this activity. Lots of your skills that you need to put in there. Okay, I don't want to do the whole activity for you. You've also got a number line activity. Now, when I draw a number line like this, I'm going to have to put my book landscape like this to fit it on, okay? Even drawing a number line is a really good skill, Year 6. So it wants us to copy the number line and put these numbers onto the number line. Ooh, okay. So let's maybe do the easiest one first. So surely number 2, if I've got 1.9, I've got to go all the way up to 2.1. Surely number 2 is going to go here. And I could put 2.0 if I wanted to. What about 2.03? Where's that going to be? 2.03 must be here. So you've got all sorts of skills that you're using here, Year 6. At the bottom here, we've got to do greater than or less than. So crocodile eating the biggest number. Ooh, let's have a look at a couple of these. So if I've got, for number 3 here, I've got 1% and I've got 1/10. So always going to try and trick you because actually 1/10 is the same as 10 out of 100. And this is the same as 1 out of 100. So which one is the bigger one? Which one will the greedy crocodile want to eat? It's going to be this one, isn't it? And always show it in its original form. So that's how that would look. So lots of comparing for you to do here. And on purpose, they've made these a little bit tricky. You've got to think. Okay? So that's your written activity today to try and consolidate. If you're feeling confident, you could miss out the first activity and just go straight on to this one. So this one here, all sorts that we've got to do here. Arrange in ascending order. So we've got to put these, the smallest one first. So we are going to need to make the denominators the same. So hopefully this should be revision for you, Year 6. So if I've got 2/3, 3/4, and 7/12, I need to make all of those denominators the same. Well, I can make these into 12ths and I can make these into 12ths, can't I? Okay. So if I was going to do 2/3, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. And I've got my original 7/12 there. So I've got to put those in ascending order. So the smallest first. Actually, 7/12 is the smallest. Now you need to write it in its original form. So I've already used up those. What's my next biggest? Well, actually it's 8/12, but I need to write it in its original form. Okay, so I've done those. And that just leaves me with 3/4, which is 9/12. Okay, so I finished with those as well. So this is my answer here, but this was my working out where I had to make the denominators the same. So there's lots to do here, but it's all skills that you have been taught before, so hopefully it's revision. This is for people that are a bit more confident. Then you've got some decimals to write in ascending order. Now that should be easy because you don't need to do anything to those. You just need to look and see which has got the most tenths. Then think about the hundredths. There are some 3-place decimals here. You've got a number line here to draw in your book. And like I said, when you draw your number line, you do need to put your page landscape. So you've got some numbers here to put onto the number line. So what I've done is I've written the midpoint in to help you. So you've got 0.6 to 0.7. So the midpoint between, we're going to have to go into a 2-place decimal. We're going to have to go into 0.65 would be here. Now this is really tricky, this X. Okay, it's always tricky positioning them, but have a go. First number they want us to position is 0.66. Now I'm going to have to do some counting to work out, because to me, if I'm looking at the number 5, I think it's going to be 2 intervals between. So for example, 0.61, 0.62, 0.63, 0.64, 0.65. So 0.66 is actually going to be here. And the reason I thought that was because actually there is some 3-place decimals over here. So 0.66, 0.67, 0.68, 0.69, I haven't counted correctly, 0.7. So for example, if I want to fit in these 3-place decimals, like this one, 0.645, I can actually put that in between. 0.645 would go in there. 0.655, 0.66. I mean, this is tricky, year 6, to go into 3-place decimals, but have a go. You've got a few to position, and you always need to check. So, for example, 0.69, wouldn't it? And that would be 0.695, and then 0.7. Have a try, and then you've got, right at the bottom here, you've got to compare. And this is tricky because you've got to do percentages, fractions and decimals. So you might need to convert these into the same thing if you're not secure. And you've got 3 to compare, where you do crocodile eating the bigger or smaller one, or maybe sometimes it's equals. And like I said, this is the challenge. We'll put these sheets at the end of the video for you. Okay, year 6, this is your final challenge for today. This is a great activity to have a go at. It's called chocolate. And like we said, when we're thinking about fractions, we always want to think about food. It's Enrich, activity number 34, and it's just called chocolate. Okay, so I'll read out to you what it says. The nice thing with this website is it gives you the solution, but don't look at the solution till the end, till you've had a try. This challenge is about chocolate. You have to imagine that everyone involved in this challenge enjoys chocolate and wants as much as possible. There is a room in your school which has 3 tables in it, with plenty of space for chairs to go around. Table 1 has 1 block of chocolate on it, so that's here. Table 2 has 2 blocks of chocolate, and table 3 has 3 blocks of chocolate on it. Outside the classroom is a class of children, 30 of them, all lined up ready to go in and eat the chocolate. These children come in one at a time. They can only enter when the person in front of them has sat down. When a child enters the room, they need to ask themselves this question. If the chocolate on the table I sit at is to be shared out equally when I sit down, which would be the best table to sit at? Like we said, they want the most chocolate. However, the chocolate is not all shared out until all of the children are in the room. So that each one enters have to ask themselves the same question. It's fairly easy at first. If you were the first child to walk in, where would you sit? Well, I know where I'd sit. I'd sit there, because obviously that's going to be the most chocolate. But if by the time that you walk in, there's 8 children sitting on that table, and there's only 1 child there, then where might you want to sit? So, it may be that when child 9 comes into the room, they see 2 people at table 1, 3 people at table 2, 3 people at table 3. So child 9 would think, well, at table 1 there's 3 people, so 1 block of chocolate will be shared. Table 2 there's 4 people, so 2 blocks of chocolate will be shared, so I'll get half. So if they sit on the first table, they'll get a third. Second table, they'll get a half. Table 3, there's 4 people, so 3 blocks of chocolate will be shared among 4, so I will get 3/4. So still, it's still the best choice to go to table 3. Now you're going to need to read this challenge, okay? Read this challenge, see if you can have a go at it. It's a brilliant challenge for really thinking, really challenging your logical thinking. And keep this image in your head all the time of the chocolate on the tables. This is a great one to do in class, so we'll probably come back to it when you're back in school. But have a go at home. You will need to talk this through with your adult or with an older sibling. It requires a lot of thinking, but it's a great challenge, Year 6. Okay, good luck.